Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us wherever you are. It's actually noon here in the suburbs of Washington, D.C. So it's like lunchtime, and we have people from India and Singapore. So, welcome everyone. I'm very happy to have a rock star content creator, Ayush Chaturvedi. I hope I pronounced it right.
It's
Uh,
all right.
okay, I probably butchered the pronunciation, but I did my best. So Ayush quit his corporate career to go solo, and he's a product consultant and a freelance writer. He got into copywriting and ghostwriting, and he builds and sells info and educational products. And Ayush is addicted to Twitter. So, without further ado, Ayush,
Yes,
the floor
yes,
is yours.
yes. Thank you. So I have a little presentation prepared. If you can just share, I'll just share my screen. 1 second. So yeah, yeah. So is this visible?
Yes.
Uh, awesome. So how to create and sell digital products on Gumroad? We'll just go over how I have done. I'll share my examples and I'll share other examples that I know of. Uh, and I'll talk about if somebody doesn't know what Gumroad is or how you can use it. We'll just give a brief overview slowly. So first of all, who am I? I'm Ayush. I'm a product person, product consultant. I quit my corporate career last year after 11 years as a software engineer and a product manager, and I got into writing. I loved writing since the very early days. I became a freelance writer. I became a copywriter, and I started getting active on Twitter. That's where I realized, I found a niche of Twitter ghostwriting, which is very specific niche. I write tweets and threads and basically Twitter strategy for uh, CEOs, domain experts, founders, and so that's like uh, one of the ways which I make a living online through my writing skill. I also build and sell a bunch of info products, educational products on Gumroad, and I'll show them in a bit. I'm also addicted to Twitter. I feel it's the best platform to showcase your writing, your content game right now. It's the best place to get maximum reach, as much reach as possible that you can get. Yeah, you will find me on Twitter anywhere. This tweet on the right is my intro Twitter thread, sort of. It's my pinned tweet, and it's my story, like why I quit my career, corporate career, why I'm going solo, and what's the philosophy behind it. You can find it. Before we start, I'll just share my Gumroad store. Can you see this tab? So I have I have two Gumroad stores. This one I started recently. This one I started last year. I run a newsletter called the Wisdom Project with my wife, and I for one of my very first products was around building atomic habits, uh, and
Mm.
uh, uh, and it was a toolkit. It was a Gumroad. It was a Notion document. It was a Google Sheet, and it also had a PDF abridged summary version of the book Atomic Habits, which again, I can sell, which I sell separately as well. These two are my Gumroad, and we'll come back to both of these stores with time as I go through the presentation. But first, it's about like freelance writing, right? Any sort of freelance work that you do, you can, it's it's good for revenue. It's good for getting instant revenue. It's a cash cow. You can charge if you're good at what you do. If you're good at your skill, you can charge a premium. You can make a lot of money. But soon you realize that you don't have a lot of leverage. Because you make revenue, you make money by renting out your time. That's what I learned. Like, this is my ghostwriting service, Tweet for Me, and that's what I learned, like serving with so many clients for Tweet for Me, that the I keep earning as long as I keep spending time, and as long as I keep churning out content and keep writing online, right? If I stop doing it, the revenue stops. So it's good for early revenue, good for money, but it's not. We don't have a lot of long-term leverage when it comes to freelance writing. That What does have leverage is digital products, right? So Jack Butcher has this fantastic idea that captures so much of quality, deep, profound wisdom in 4 words, like build once, sell twice. You create a product, you basically productize your knowledge, and you use the infinite scalability of the internet. Like, I'm here sitting here in India, and I'm able to sell a product to Natasha in the US, and she's able to buy it seamlessly and consume it, and find value in it. The internet makes this possible. The internet has infinite scale, infinite reach. You can reach anybody across the world, and you utilize it. You utilize that scale by building products. So Naval Ravikant has this great quote that either code or media, only two things can scale on the internet. So if you're not writing code, you should be producing media in the form of blog posts, books, podcasts, videos, and like writing. Since writing is my skill, so writing books, ebooks, and courses was the closest that I could come to productizing my knowledge. And this is also the closest that you will ever come to passive income. Right? Passive income is a big word these days. There's no such thing as true passive income. But because even if once you build your products, you have to go out there and promote them and sell them and market them. But it is the closest thing that you can get to passive income, because once you have some leverage, some products out there in the market, people would buy them. And you wake up one day and overnight somebody would have bought your product, and that's a great feeling, right? Waking up to somebody having bought your product, waking up to new revenue. That's just an amazing feeling, and you just realize the power of leverage and power of the internet, that you've already made a product, they have already bought it, they found value, you don't have to do anything, right? Build once, sell twice, build once, sell forever. And this visual and this idea from Jack Butcher really captures the concept of leverage on the internet. I think all writers, all creators essentially need to move on and to building products in the long term. But what is a digital product, right? Any asset that you can sell, essentially, and sell. I don't mean just sell for money, but sell for an email address, right? Or sell for attention, basically. Even if you want to give away something for free, you at least get build an audience from an asset. That audience that can help you later on to sell something else or to get influence, right? So assets like ebooks, cheat sheets, templates, video courses, email courses, PDFs, Google Sheets or Notion documents. Notion is a great tool for task management, knowledge management, where you can make a template for yourself. So like I'm big into atomic habits. So I made a habit tracker and I just put it up on Gumroad, and plenty of people bought that habit tracker and they used it to build better habits themselves. And it was built on Notion and Google Sheets. So again, that's the kind of it's not a traditional ebook kind of a digital product, but again, that's a way to another way to productize your knowledge or experience. So you're capturing some information or some experience or some knowledge that you have, and you're compressing it into a productized version, and you're trying and going out there and telling people that buy this, or you'll enjoy it. I love this quote from Arvid Kahl, that what's obvious to you might be completely new to someone else. You in your daily life, you may have a lot of expertise in your profession, in your personal life, that may not be, that you might think it's very obvious, like why would someone want to know this? But when think of somebody 2 steps or 3 steps or 5 steps behind you, and you'll realize that that simple piece of information, a simple piece of knowledge or experience of yours is so valuable to somebody. It's just a matter of like you being able to reach to that person, and you being able to find that person, and we'll get into that. Right, how do we create a digital product? This is where I love the idea of transformations. Right, you take your user or your reader from point A to point B, and you package the transformation into a product. But to be able to eventually sell it, or you need to have demonstrable experience and skill in that area. You need to be able to have done the thing that you want to teach people, or you want to and plus you need to know your audience. You need to know who you're serving with this product. You need to figure out how you can add value to them, how you can take them from transformation from point A to point B. It's not always easy to figure that out. That's why like having an audience helps. Earlier this year I launched, I wanted to launch, like I had 2 ideas for products that I wanted to make. I wasn't sure which was the right one. I had somewhere, I think around 2,000 followers at the time, or 2,500 followers probably at the time. And I just asked, I tweeted this out, like, I'm excited about 2 projects, help me pick which one. If you just, we'll just go to this tweet, and I just asked those people what they will be interested in. And somebody said product 1 is better, somebody said product 2 is better. Right, and what we got was, this is an interesting reply that I got, that build something in either of those 2 products and then try to sell your knowledge. This is where the idea of credibility comes in, right, that we spoke about, that only then will people be interested in learning something from you. And I was able to, like, so this person made a valid point that you need to have some credibility, and I was able to demonstrate that that credibility. Many people said like both of these will be useful. Somebody said 1, somebody said 2. Very interesting insight that depending on your audience, you should go for it. Eventually, the answers that came in were that the second one was more actionable, that a writing course. It was basically, the first one was an entrepreneurship course. The second one would be a writing course, because it was tangible, actionable advice. Right, this became really important. Maybe I did a bad job of describing both the products here. This is about entrepreneurship, and like it doesn't seem as actionable. This one looks very enticing, like make money with words, find your voice and monetize your writing. But people picked this one. I did not want to waste time. I built this one eventually. And this is the same one that Natasha bought eventually as well. But I did not want to make something that people did not want. And that's why, like, going with this strategy, if you even have a small audience, you don't need a large audience. If you have a small engaged audience, it can save a lot of your time and effort in figuring out like what product they'll be interested in. Right. Again, so because value is subjective, your product is not for everyone. Like, be very honest. When we try to build something for everyone, we build it for no one. Right, you need to figure out like a specific person in a specific life stage who is going to use your product, who is going to consume your information or knowledge, and you have to find them. Right, you have to find the right person at the right time in their life, who will find value in your creations. Never worry about imposter syndrome, because like real imposters don't have imposter syndrome. Like if you feel like you're not good, that you're not good enough, it's okay. That's normal human behavior. That we feel when you're about to push something out into the world, that you're about to publish something, that we're not good enough, and we should probably not the right person to be. Like I am not a trained writer. I haven't written for a big publication ever. I have written for myself and for my clients, and I found value there, and I found utility there. And that's where I thought that I was good enough to make a writing course. Right? I don't need and I'm not pitching the course to a very experienced writer, like not somebody like David Perel, right? I'm going not going after that kind of a person. I'm going after somebody like two steps behind me, who likes to write but who's not able to decide whether they want to take on writing professionally, or how do they go about making monetizing this skill. So it's for a very specific person. I'll always like to think of it as somebody two steps behind, like my own version of from 3 years ago. How can I? What does that person want to know? What is that? What is Ayush from 3 years ago dying to know, right? And how can I teach him that? That's all. That's all really you need to figure out and build for. Uh, uh, the real challenge then comes about how do you find those people, right? How do you find people who are facing the problem that you can solve them? Find those people and then like make them an offer that they cannot refuse. Right? If the product is right, if the positioning is right, then they will not be able to say no to a product or to any to your offering. And that's why like having an audience, building an audience is so important. One thing I found very useful is offering free products is a great way to build an audience, and also credibility on a topic. So you will be able to you don't need to charge for everything. As I said at the beginning, when you build something and you offer something, you can just not charge any money for it. But when people take it, they give you your email address, and eventually you can reach out to them later on to upsell them or to sell them some other product where they will be willing to pay some money for it. Initially when you're just trying to build an audience, offering free products is a great way to build credibility around a topic. Again, like this quote from Josh Spector is fantastic. You only need to figure out two things: how to create value for someone, and then how to deliver that value to them. So it's one of those things that's simple but not easy. It takes a lot of effort initially, but yeah, and again, value is subjective. It's about a particular person at a particular time. So you can always refine that and try to find your audience, the right audience, and you will be able to create digital products for them. So function over form. When you're starting out at the beginning, your product doesn't have to be very fancy. It doesn't have to be very polished. It doesn't. Don't need like a professional quality video setup. You don't need a fancy book cover. So actually, when I eventually launched that writing course, I just launched it with a screenshot of a Notion document. Right, it was simple. It was just this. It was table of contents, screenshot of the table of contents, and it was simple. This is a positioning exercise. This is for you, so that people can easily. This piece of copy is important. You should always be able to write it for your products. This is for you if you want to do this, and this. Right? People can self-select themselves out of the product. Because if they don't fall into any of these categories, then it's good that I don't want that kind of an audience. Like I don't want those people to do it. Great thing that worked initially was that I gave it away for free for the first 5 people, but it built an interesting curiosity where people wanted to get in, and the table of contents was very clear. It wasn't a fancy cover. It was very simple. It told you what you were getting. It promised a transformation, and I hadn't made the course yet. I had only made the table of contents. I knew that I could pull this off. I knew this is what I wanted to make. This is what I could make, but I didn't want to spend a lot of time before trying to sell it. So of course, later on I had a nice fancy cover, and if you check the product here, it has got 3 versions. So even the video course and the slides aren't very fancy. It's just me talking over a screen share, right? And people can buy this, and it is done all right in terms of sales. I'm very happy with the ratings that I've got, the good reviews and testimonials. So basically, this is what functional form is about. That you don't need something very fancy to be able to sell or to be able to add value to anybody. Right. The idea is to get the message across and build something that people would actually want. Right. Let's just move on. Right. Don't overthink it. This is something which I found very useful as well, to have creative constraints on myself. Think about what you can create in a weekend, right? What codes can you create in a weekend? Today is Friday. What can you ship by Monday morning? Okay, it has to be a topic that you already know about. Right, you can either write 5 pages on Google Docs, click save as PDF, and try to sell it, or you can record yourself talking for 30 minutes over a screen share. Like this very presentation probably can become a product for me. Like I can record myself talking like this, and then I can package it, and I can try and see if people want to buy it. Or share existing templates and cheat sheets that you already use on a day-to-day basis, and you put it up for sale, and you figure out if people would be interested in it. The idea is to build a habit of shipping fast, like shipping projects fast, because the only way to validate an idea, only way to figure out if something will work or not, is real data, is real sales data. Are people willing to pay either with their money, or pay either at least with their email address? Right. If people aren't willing to pay based on either of those two, then all the hard work that you were going to do of having a very professional quality video, or having a great book cover and a logo, all that hard work is not required, right? If somebody isn't going to pay money for it, then what is the point of it? Right. So always think in terms of what can I do in a weekend, or what can I do in a week? Right. So, have creative constraints on yourself, and ship the smallest version possible of any product, and then you can always build on top of it. Right, you can always keep adding stuff on top of it. It doesn't you don't have to start with a grand plan right from day one. You can just have a simple product, simple table of contents where you can start, and you can build on it. Put it up for sale. How do you put it up for sale now? So this is an interesting piece of information slide that usually sell digital products. You have 2 options. Like Amazon is what everyone's favorite. Everyone wants to self-publish a book on Amazon. It has a lot of traffic. You don't need an audience to do it. But Amazon takes more than 30% of every sale, even if you self-publish. So if you go a publisher, your commissions are very, very less. Even if you self-publish, Amazon takes more than 30 or 35% is what they get. But more importantly, you don't get to know who your audience is, right? You have no way of reaching out to them. If these people have bought your product, they've enjoyed it or not enjoyed it. Like in either cases, they'll give a positive or negative review, but you will never be able to reach out to them and figure out and offer them other products. Or your future products that you can that you're going to make. So when you start with the second book or your third book, you're starting from scratch literally, right? You're not able to leverage your existing audience. Again, on Amazon, you have to play keyword games. You have to figure out which keywords there are tools for this. You can search on YouTube, Kindle Direct Publishing, and you'll find so many gurus teaching how to hack the Amazon algorithm based on what people are searching for. And so people first figure out what people are searching for on Amazon, what's trending, and then they write books based on that. Right. So that's a very that's a very hard game to play and win. Right. Another limitation with Amazon is that you can only sell ebooks. You cannot sell courses. You cannot sell cheat sheets, templates, and video courses, email courses. That's why I love Gumroad. You can set up a storefront within 30 minutes. You can have a product. The challenge is that you have to bring your own traffic. You have to bring your own audience. You can even do that with ads. I've seen many people do that with Facebook and Instagram ads. Bring people to their Gumroad stores and Gumroad pages and sell product. I haven't tried that myself yet. I want to someday. But you have to bring your own traffic. The platform fees is way less, and it gets lesser as you make more money. It starts at 9%, then it comes down to 7%, then 5%. So Gumroad has this tiered structure of taking a platform fee. You get to own your audience. I think this is one of the biggest benefits of selling on Gumroad, is that you get the email addresses of everybody who's buying from you. Right, you can reach out to them later on and pitch other products to them that you make later on. So a very simple thing that I started to do recently is that I made a second. So I made a free product recently. This was it's called Breakout of Writer's Block. Right? It's free. Anybody can get it. It doesn't cost anything. It's a simple five-page PDF. And it's a 3-part system that I use to always come up with content and keep creating content. It's almost like a blog post. It is literally a blog post that I turned into a PDF, and I'm giving this away for free. But what happens is at the back end, once somebody gets this, I have an email automation set up in the background to talk to them about this product, but also then talk to them about my main course, right? About my writing course. Because I know that somebody who has gotten a free product for beating writer's block would be interested eventually in becoming a better writer and maybe monetizing their writing. Right. So that's when through a sequence of 6-7 emails, I upsell them my writing course, and I'm able to do this. This is something which you will never be able to do on something like Amazon. Right. Even if you give away a free product on Amazon, you're never going to reach out to your audience and tell them that you can get a more expensive product. So this is something which I'm going to do a lot more now because I've seen this work a couple of times, where people buy a free product, they figure out that, okay, your writing is actually good, your free product was good, so your paid product must be really good. This is the kind of automation and upselling and cross-selling that Gumroad can allow you to do. You can sell to them again, and you can sell anything you want, essentially. So it just takes 30 minutes to set up a product page on Gumroad. You have to write copy, you have to add a cover image, you have to put up a dollar amount, and it is the best way to make your first dollar online. Like there is no reason for you to be not be doing it, right? So Gumroad benefits, like just let's get into the benefits of Gumroad. So in simple and instant publishing, again, when you put a product on Amazon, it will take 2 to 3 days for them to review it and approve it, and then you can start selling it. Gumroad, you can start selling immediately. It's an easy to use interface, smooth payments. Email marketing. You just spoke about email marketing that you can use. Whenever when I'm about to launch a new product, I reach out to everyone who has bought a product from me on Gumroad, and I send them an email. I ask them that this is a new product, you might be interested in it. Please check it out. And I've read somewhere, it's almost 15 times easier to sell to somebody who has already bought a product from you than to get a new customer. So if somebody has already bought, you should always have a way to reach out to them, and if you ask them if your first product was good, they would love to buy your second product as well. Again, you get detailed analytics of where your traffic is coming from, where your buyers are coming from. You can sell memberships, you can sell content, again, PDFs, video courses, cheats. All of this you cannot sell on a platform like Amazon. There's a beautiful thing called pay what you want pricing on Gumroad. It's basically where a user can pay more than the price of the product. So if you charge something for $5, people can enter a price of $10 and pay $10 for the same product. And that has happened to me a lot, many times. Or if you give away something for free, people would be generous and people would love you for it, and people would pay $5, $10, $15 for something that you give away for free. That's pay what you want pricing that Gumroad allows you to enable. One other interesting thing which I like to do a lot is pre-sell with just a landing page, right? If you just saw, I did it for the writing course, and last week I think I did it for another membership product, community product that I had created. Just look at it, and it's basically mastermind groups, and I wasn't sure whether people would be willing to buy into it. But within launching of one day, I got 6 sales. I made more than $100. This was reason enough for me to actually start building the product. Until then, I had nothing. I only had a landing page. But eventually, so this is how I had actually started. This is how I had announced it, and I gave them the link to buy the product, and they bought it, and then I actually started working on it. So yeah, so you can just start with just a landing page. You don't have to do any backend work of actually building the product. This is again something that because you want to validate your ideas at every point. You don't want to waste time and effort into something that nobody wants, right? That's why again I love Gumroad for this. This is really cool. Couple of more important features that Gumroad helps you build is it has a reading app for your users. So either on the web or on mobile, on iOS, Android, anywhere, wherever they buy your product, they can install the Gumroad app and they can read it and watch the videos and consume your content. Which is a really nice app. It's got good features and easily people can consume your content. It allows to enable affiliate marketing. This is really cool. If some of you can give commissions to some people who are affiliate marketers, you can give them 20, 30, 50% of sales commission, and they will get a unique link and they will go out there and sell your products for you, which is again something very cool that you don't have to do the selling always. If there are people who want to sell your products, you can give them a good commission and they'll happily do it. Ratings and social proof is built in. So at every product, if you look, it'll have a rating system. How many ratings does the product have out of 5 stars? And it's always that's again an impulse to buy. If a product has a good 5-star rating, people would want to buy. There's a really cool feature is the copies sold. 1 second. I'll just give an example of this. So when you look, this is again social proof. So when you look at my writing course, it has got 111 sales today, and it has got 8 5-star ratings. So this is a really cool feature that so many people have bought the product. So anyone who is coming on the landing page, they'll be like, okay, for sure, this is a good product. This is worth the money. I can come in and buy this. They initially did not have this feature, but they recently started introduced this feature, and I use it on most of my products. They handle your tax, and it's a payment processor. So they handle tax, especially in Europe. It can get a bit complicated with VAT and everything. So you don't have to worry about it as a creator. The Gumroad, the payment processor, will handle it. You can give out coupon codes. This is really important that you would want to promote your product to your existing audience with some sort of incentive. So you want to say that you use this coupon code, you can use it for, you can get it for 50%. Or so I had this for this product, I had this early bird coupon code where people can buy. The actual list price was $100, but people will buy it for $50. And if I remove the coupon code, sorry, yeah, you can get it for $100. So again, I love the ability to create coupon codes randomly, and there are people who'll reach out and ask for a discount just because of purchasing power parity, right? When I charge in dollars, somebody in India might not be able to afford a higher dollar amount for a product, so they'll ask for a discount. I can instantly create a discount code for them. I can give them, and they can buy, and they can benefit from the product. Another interesting, very important feature is landing page embeds. So you can have your own, create your own website and use Gumroad just as a payment processor. So this is a great example of this. It's called Newsletter OS by Janelle. And basically a Notion document for newsletter runners, people who write newsletters. For them, they can use this Notion dashboard to use it to run the newsletters better and improve from it. And it's a great landing page. She's got all like the copywriting of this landing page she's got all the social proof. She's explaining the product really nicely. And explaining the pricing and answering all the FAQs that people. So she's built a really cool page, cool website. And then when you click on get immediate access, you get the payment processing done via Gumroad. You get the Gumroad page where you can actually pay and buy the product. Yeah, I'm going to do this for for my products as well. I haven't done it. That's why I wanted to show this example, but this is a great way of owning the landing page experience. If you're not satisfied with the landing page, the website product page that Gumroad gives you, then you can own it yourself. Another great example of this is Arvid Kahl's book, The Embedded Entrepreneur. He has, again, a great book, and he makes explains every detail. Many of these details you'll not be able to probably show on a Gumroad landing page that you can show on a custom built website or your own landing page. And and you can eventually, when you go out to buy, you can buy it on Gumroad with the ebooks, and he offers toolkits as well. And he is offering an audiobook as well. And on his landing page, he has a Amazon link as well. So he recently did this where he published the book on Amazon as well as on Gumroad. You can do that as well. Of course, most of his sales is coming from Gumroad. It is coming from here. His Amazon numbers don't match up, but it's good for distribution. Right. So again, these are like some great benefits, but so there are some challenges as well. Yeah, sure. I'll share the PowerPoint as well. Somebody on chat, somebody's asking, can they get a PowerPoint? I will share the PowerPoint with Natasha, and she can send it in. So Gumroad has challenges as well. So there is no organic discovery or traffic. There is no way for people to find your product organically. You have to bring your own traffic. You need your own audience. There are no detailed reviews like Amazon has. There are only ratings, 5 out of 5 that users can give. They can't write detailed reviews. That's why many times people end up, embedding testimonial screenshots into the page, or creating their own pages with testimonials and screenshots. Not many customizations on the product page that you can do. There is no instant upsell or cross sell. So one of the good things in marketing, like one of the hacks in marketing, is to immediately upsell a product, a higher priced product, as soon as somebody buys a lower priced product, because that's when the user is most likely to buy. That feature, like many people have requested from the product team at Gumroad, and that feature hasn't come in yet. That's another challenge, that you'll have to send an email sequence later on, and which I try to do, and ask people to buy your other more expensive products. There's no Stripe integration, only PayPal. So you'll have to create a PayPal account to receive money from Gumroad. In many countries, PayPal is not enabled, it's not supported, so that can be a bit challenging as well. Again, getting reviews, this is one of the biggest problems, as this it's seen in this tweet as well, that you have made sales, but people, because the user experience is is a bit poor on the consumer end, when they're viewing a product, that it can get a bit hard to rate the product itself. It's hard to get ratings and reviews for your products from people. So this is again like one of the one more challenge with using Gumroad. Then again, like there's no foolproof solution. Like there's no solution that solves every problem, I would say. So is Gumroad worth it? I would say yes. As a writer, as a creator, building leverage, owning my audience, offering free products, or offering free products free to initial users who want to support you initially, paid products to get revenue, and to validate ideas. I think Gumroad is totally worth it. Eventually, what works, you can go out there and you can publish on Amazon, self-publish on Amazon. You can go the publisher's route and you can show them proof that this book or this content has already worked. So like, I am the authority on this topic and I am good enough to self-publish, or I can good enough to have a published book on Amazon, and you're far more likely to find success then. And the best part I love about it, that you can get started right away, right? That's this tweet puts it so succinctly, so beautifully. You can just, right after this call, as soon as we end, you can go to Google Docs, you can write a 10-page ebook, you can save it as a PDF, and you can upload it on Gumroad, and you can offer it for free on Twitter, and you can start building your email list. Because for all information and educational products, everyone says that the list is the most important thing. You want your list to build an email list. So yes, so make sure that you have to do that, and Gumroad makes it so easy to be able to do this. I'll just show. I think, yeah, this is probably the last. Yeah, this is the last slide that I had, and I'll just like to show. So if you haven't, again, I have several products, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this store, and I have 5, I think, on the other one. 1 second. Yeah. Yeah. So I have like 4 on this one, and I have many products in drafts. So it's just so simple and easy to put something up for sale, and you can easily figure out whether an idea is worth building or not, whether people want something like this or not, and if they don't like it, you move on, right? That's what I did with the first product that I wanted to make, but nobody wanted to buy. So just this entrepreneurship thing, I wanted to make a course around entrepreneurship, but nobody was interested in it. Probably my audience isn't ready. My audience are already entrepreneurs, so they don't need this. They already understand this. So I was saved. Otherwise, this was the course I was so passionate about making. But I realized that nobody wants it. So I saved a lot of time and energy, and I focused instead on what people wanted, and I was able to sell them. That's about it from my. If anyone has any questions
Sure.
or anything you will ask, happy to share.
Thank you very much, Ayush. This was amazing. I took so many notes, and I said I'm giving myself a deadline of this week. And on Monday, this is the credibility. You're gonna have the product, and
Awesome.
I'll probably launch it and not publicize it because I wanted you to take a
Sure.
look before.
Sure,
But
for sure.
Monday, and Monday's 4th of July, by the way, in the US. But I'm
Yes,
gonna do it.
yes.
No
Awesome.
excuses. So
Yes.
since I am the host, I have the host privileges, and I'm gonna ask the
Sure.
first question.
Sure.
So,
For sure.
so I had a lot. There's a lot of learning from this. Was I loved build once, sell forever. I loved just some of my notes that real imposters do not have imposter syndrome, and
Yes.
I loved how you said two things that you have. Two things a bit I got confused because you said that you did an upsell from your course by sending people to your other courses, but then you mentioned at the end is one of the drawbacks of Gumroad that is they don't offer upsell. So how
Yes.
did you manage to do like
So right, so I'll just so there is an so if you look at e-commerce platforms like Shopify, right, they'll let you build e-commerce stores. So what happens is when you buy, let's say you buy one t-shirt, and instantly on the very next page you'll get an offer to buy two more, or below that one t-shirt you'll get an offer to that if you bundle three t-shirts you can you can get them for this discounted price. So that's like an upsell that the consumer is already interested in one product, but if you tell them that you can get within that instant when they're about to make a purchase,
I see.
and you can upsell them many things within that time, within those 2 or 3 minutes when they're just about to pull out their credit card. That's when you can tell them that if you, instead of buying one, you can buy three, you can get it at a discount. Or if you're buying one course, you can buy one more course, you can buy the bundle of courses, and you can get it for 30-40% off. Right? It just there's a concept of average order value in e-commerce. So that's cross sells and upsells are a great way to increase the average order value of every order. But on Gumroad, you cannot do that. On Gumroad, you have to start an email marketing campaign. That's basically the traditional old-fashioned way of selling info products is via emails. So when somebody buys a free info or education product, or a lower priced info product, you can send them a bunch of emails later on, and you can upsell them other higher priced products as well. But that lag that comes in, and reading that email and then making that copy in the email as convincing again, you have to do the whole sales process basically again effectively. So that it's a bit hard.
So the email funnel, is it within Gumroad itself, or do you have to use the funnel with within, like ConvertKit or others?
You can use it by ConvertKit as well. It integrates directly with ConvertKit, but you can use it for free within. I'll just show you my Gumroad. 1 second. You can set it within Gumroad as well. So you can have something like this, posts, and you can have workflows. So this is like, so when somebody buys the free writer's block guide, they get this 7-day email sequence where I try to say, when somebody buys the main course, I'm not trying to upsell them anything, but I am just being in their inbox just so that they can complete the course, because course completion is again a big problem.
So the funnel is within Gumroad.
Yes, the funnel is within Gumroad. This is basically the funnel that you can create. But if you're not satisfied, you want more customizations, you can always integrate it with ConvertKit, and on ConvertKit you can have more complex funnels that you can build. But Gumroad does allow simple funnels. Please.
Only that, please mute Sri.
See only the products page.
Yeah. No,
Sorry,
this is the posts page, and this is the products page where there are all the products, and I can when I can go back on the posts page, and I can like
Copy, it's
start
not
a
getting
new.
refreshed. Okay.
I think it's you're able to see this, right? There's a products page.
Natasha, are you able to see his pages?
Is this not visible?
Natasha able to see? I can see only breakout of writer's block, bold and
Oh,
build
wait
and
a
grow.
second. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Very, very sorry. I was actually showing you the wrong window. This. Can you see this?
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry, I'm very sorry. I was talking over this window and I had the wrong window shared. So this is basically the funnel. This is the free book funnel that they get a 7-day email post buying the free ebook. This is the actual course funnel. So when you buy the full writing course, this is the old one. I just refreshed it. You get these 7. This funnel is this email sequence is just there to remind people about finishing the course and doing the and giving a review or a rating or something like that. But this free one that I started recently, this one is for this one is for upselling a product, and I've seen it work with 1 or 2 times where people have like clicked and eventually they went on to buy the main course. So yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, this is great. So let's open this up. I'm gonna give the priority to the cohort students. We have Isabella and James. So let's start with Isabella and James, and we can go to the others. If you have any questions,
Sure.
Isabella and James.
Sure.
You can ask a quick question.
Sure thing.
Thanks for the presentation. It's really cool. I was really curious about this topic specifically. So it's awesome to see your products and your workflows. So thank you. And I was curious, how would you go about selling digital products without an audience? Well, how would you go from, would you start with freemium products and then upsell, or?
Yes. Yeah, so this is where like free products help a lot. When I started, this was my first product. This was initially it was this wasn't $10. This was free, and anybody could get it and buy it. And I promoted it on Twitter. Both of these, the toolkit as well as the ebook, I was offering very initially in the initial days. I was offering them for free. This sales number that you see is actually people who have paid at least $1 for something. So the free figures don't come into this, but this helped a lot when I had no audience and build an email list as well as a Twitter following. So like I have some people use LinkedIn as well. I'm not an expert at LinkedIn. I have used Twitter a lot, and I found that when you offer something free, people are willing to take it, and your tweets will get a lot of traction, and you'll eventually end up getting a bunch of followers as well from that. And then slowly after building, so I have like 6 here, and I have 4 on the other store. I have 2 stores, so I have 10. I have a couple of products that I've retired, so like I stopped selling or stopped promoting at all. So it takes time, it takes effort, and with time you build up a following, you build up an email list, and then you can sell products to them. So for the first 1 or 2 products, they're not going to get you a lot of revenue or get a lot of traction. But if it's a free or freemium thing, then you can get an audience from there for your work. Does that answer your question?
Yep, for sure. Thank you.
Sure.
Awesome. Isabella, do you have any questions?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yes.
Thank you so much for your time. I just want to ask how many followers you needed on Twitter there before you were able to have a good audience to sell consistently?
It's yeah. So that's a interesting question, because you can start with with, even with first 100, 500 followers, 1,000 followers. When I made my first product, I had less than 1,000 followers. Even today, I don't have a lot of followers. I have like 3,500 followers, I think 3,600 followers. But the good thing is that once you have a niche and you're talking about a limited number of topics, the follower count quantity doesn't matter as much. The quality matters a lot more. You get good quality followers within the small number. And again, as I said, if you offer something for free, you get a way to build credibility and showcase your work, your quality of work that you can put up. That's what builds trust and credibility, and ultimately that's what gets you an engaged following on Twitter as well. So you start with really small, even with 100, 150 followers. You can start offering free products, and you can start offering showcasing your work out to people. Of course, it gets easier with every subsequent follower, or with every milestone in follower count. It starts to get easier to get people's attention and to be able to make an offer to them. Still, even with a lot of followers, if the offer and the product is not suited to that audience, then it will not work. Like more followers doesn't mean that you will get more sales. Right? High quality engaged followers who need what you want to build is what will get you sales eventually.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so anyone else have any questions? We're it's already been an hour. It's up to Ayush if he wants to answer them, if he can stay a few minutes longer. Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right, for sure. If anyone has any questions,
I have
and
just
you can
quick
even
question.
Yeah, sure, Sri. Yeah.
When I always wanted to write, but I couldn't write at all, because I have a lot of things in my head, but I couldn't write at all. So how do you? I know it's not directly with creating, it's something to do with the create product, create a digital product. But so
Sure.
How what do you advise?
So like build a writing habit. It's about getting in your chair every day and sitting and writing. One thing which I found useful was journaling in the beginning. 4 or 5 years ago, I did not used to write a lot. I loved reading, of course, but I never wrote. So when I started journaling every day, and just dumping my brain every morning, or whatever is going on in my life, right? Journaling is a great way to build a writing habit. Eventually, you start to get get a sense of it. Also, like, never start with a blank page with anything. Always, if you want to write something, collect a bunch of links, a bunch of notes, read other people who have already written on the topic, share the best quotes and excerpts from their work on the page, have it ready on the page, and then just let inspiration flow, and then write from there. But you will need a writing habit, a system that works for you. And that will probably come by journaling and by taking a lot of notes, and by initially it may be hard, but with time it gets easier and easier to write. Eventually, when you have a writing habit, you want to focus on the transformation that you want to promise to your readers. Not just a product, even a blog post or even a tweet is about a transformation. You want to take the reader from point A to point B, and you want to make it as simple and easy for them to be able to do that. So try and write like a journey from one point to another point, whatever you're writing. But that comes second. First, you need a writing habit. Like, you need to sit tight, and there's no like easy pill for it. You just have to sit and write every day. Is what I think, at least.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Thank you, Ayush. We have Olawafimi and Ruhi, if you have any questions before we close the session.
Okay, and thank you, Ayush. Thank you,
Sure.
Natasha. My question is this: let's say 2 weeks ago, I started working on this, and this it was supposed to be an article for a blog.
Okay.
Then it turned out to be an idea for a small ebook. So I got to this course late. I was 20 minutes late into the course, and
Okay.
I missed a lot of things. But what do you
Sure.
think I can do to actually publish this idea? To get,
Yes.
because I don't have a lot of followers on Twitter. So what do you
Sure.
think I can do to like get this book, even if it's to have like, let's say 50 people to just know about the book? What do you think I can do?
Yes. Yes. I highly recommend giving it away for free. First, not charging for it. Just look at it as a way to build an audience if you have a smaller audience. And there are strategies on Twitter that you can use to get more engagement. Like you can package it up into an ebook, put it on Gumroad, and you can ask the people who you think will be interested in buying it. And you can direct message them. I actually am just scrolling through because I wanted to show you this. You can DM them and you can ask them to check it out. It's for free. Whatever followers you have, you can do that. Or you think that somebody who will be find value in the book, you can ask them to check it out via DMs directly. This is another great strategy. You combine this $0 free with a reply with the. It sounds a bit cheesy. It sounds a bit hacky. But it gets your engagement up and it gets like hundreds of replies. I think if you just look at the there are 99 replies on this tweet, and when somebody replies, you just DM them the link to the product. Yeah. So so I've got like once people start replying to it, so many people start replying to it, that the algorithm automatically pushes your tweet to more people outside of your following, right? You don't you get exposure to new people, and everybody wants to so again, it's with something free, everybody wants to have it. Right. That's how I got initial sales and initial traction for all my products as well. So I would highly recommend using this strategy. If you're really starting out extremely right from zero, then I recommend like don't do anything. Like first figure out how to get 100 followers at least, and then put up a product page, put up a product. You'll need to probably DM a lot of people or go into replies of larger accounts, respond to them on Twitter, and that's how you get your initial set of followers. Once you have like 100, 150, 200 followers, you can start like giving away free products and using like tactics like this to get eyeballs.
Okay, thank you, Ayush.
Sure. Awesome. Cool.
All right. Thanks, everyone. If no one has any questions, Ruhi, we haven't heard from you, but if no one has any question, thank you so much, Ayush, for your time. This has been amazing.
Sure.
Lots of learning, lots of lessons, and I have the in front of everyone, I'm promising on Monday I'm launching my first digital product.
Awesome. Looking forward to
so
it.
this is public.
Thank
This is the only way I can make it credible. And honestly, this was all.
Natasha, I follow you on Twitter. I will check it out.
Okay. If
Awesome.
if I don't, I'll buy everyone pizza.
Follow me back too, though.
Okay, I will follow you.
All the best, Natasha.
Yeah. I'll my Twitter's link here for anyone if you guys are interested. I talk about writing and publishing online. But I mean, so this has been amazing. I'm gonna share the recording and the slides as well with everyone who attended. I'm also gonna upload it on my YouTube channel.
Awesome.
for everyone. I'm so lucky, and I feel so lucky and grateful that, as he said, this session that he gave us for free, he can actually now start selling it as a digital product. And I think it will do really well. It's very meta, like selling a digital product about how to sell a digital product. But I think this area, it's still very new. And as you said, you know a lot about it, but people do not know about it. So you are actually already 2 steps ahead or 3 steps ahead of many people. And so thank you very much. Thank you everyone for joining us.